What's up, guys? Welcome back to Real Team. We're gonna touch something to go over today, especially with all the stuff that has happened recently over the past couple of days, and that's when Jason Momoa, who is Aquaman in the DCU, is doing reshoots for Aquaman in the Last Kingdom, as sort of confirmed that Ben Affleck's Batman is confirmed to be returning in Aquaman 2. And we also have an update for the Fantastic Four about not being an origin story in the MCU. And we also have an update for Spider-Man freshman year about not being canon into the MCU, and probably to take place in another universe, and perhaps in the multiverse as well. So in this video, I'm going to go over all that, talking about Ben Affleck's Batman, like confirmation for Aquaman 2 by Jason Momoa, and to talk about the updates that we have about Fantastic Four and Spider-Man freshman year as well. But if you know you enjoy all of this, be sure to subscribe with the notification bell so make sure I'm visiting this in the future. So let's get into it. And now, just recently, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, who's doing reshoots for Aquaman and Lost Kingdom, took to Instagram and posted a photo of him with the Ben Affleck, who is Batman in the DCEU, and which this is a kind of a confirmation that Ben Affleck's Batman is back in the DCEU for Aquaman 2, but it doesn't make us realize it's because, especially after the original Justice League, that Ben Affleck said that he was done with playing Batman, is that he doesn't want to do it anymore. But with the Ben Affleck's official return as Batman in the DCU, especially for Aquaman 2, it makes us kind of realize if he's going to be in there for just a cameo or for something else in the movie. And now with the Ben Affleck's Batman's official return and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and now with Aquaman 2, this is released right before the Flash movie, where we're going to see two versions of Batman, Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck, and now especially with all the reshoots and everything that's going on behind the scenes of Aquaman 2, and I think with Ben Affleck's Batman is going to be officially replacing Michael Keaton's Batman, especially in Aquaman 2, because this is in the DCEU, especially for the upcoming Flash movie, and that this is supposed to mark Ben Affleck's last appearance as Batman in the DCEU, especially for the upcoming Flash movie, and that we're going to see Michael Keaton's Batman officially returning, especially in the upcoming Flash movie as well. But this does not guarantee that Ben Affleck's Batman is officially back as Batman in the DCEU. But I'm glad he's going to be officially returning, but in Aquaman 2 and possibly for the upcoming Flash movie. And next, we got an update on the Fantastic Four, in which Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, was in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, and kind of confirmed that with the Fantastic Four, that they won't be introduced in the MCU with an origin story. And plus, he said this, that a lot of people know the basics. How do we take that and bring something that I didn't never seen before? And plus, with the Kevin Feige is saying this quote, it's going to be saying a lot of things. It's because, especially with the MCU, we're bringing in Marvel's first family, which is the Fantastic Four, into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but without giving them a proper origin story in a movie. This is kind of like a good thing. It's because we've already seen every type of Fantastic Four, especially in the multiverse, especially in Multiverse of Madness, from what we saw the MCU's Reed Richards played by John Krasinski, and now it's going to be a lot different, because I think with the Fantastic Four, we kind of explored the Fantastic Four, and now having their powers and go on missions, and not having them introduced as a proper order story, and setting them up for so many sequels, especially for team of movies, especially for Secret Wars, as coming up as the next big Avengers Endgame level of event. And now, especially as we take a look, especially with the MCU's Peter Parker, who was introduced into the MCU without an origin story, about how now got bitten by a spider in Captain America Civil War, and I wish this could be a good thing, especially with the Marvel Cinematic Universe bringing in Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four, and giving them a proper origin story in a movie. I think this is kind of like a good thing. With the bringing in the Fantastic Four into the MCU without giving them a proper origin story, and just setting them up probably for future team of movies, especially with Secret Wars. And finally, we got an update on Spider-Man for freshman year, which with the Brad Winterbottom, who is the head of Marvel streaming, was in an interview with the Phase Zero podcast with the comicbook.com, and clarified some confusion about whether it is canon and canon to the main MCU timeline or the 616, and plus and he confirmed that was Spider-Man for freshman year, and it will be canon to the MCU, and then that it will be a part of the main MCU timelines in 616. And now with them confirming it and saying that Spider-Man vs. Year will be directly canon into the MCU, and that this is probably going to be like the same thing that we saw in Captain America Civil War from when our MCU's Peter Parker came in and saw Tony Stark sitting on the couch, but it's actually Norman Osborn actually replacing Tony Stark as Peter's mentor, at which the events of Captain America Civil War, but it'll play out differently. It was, I think this will be in like a different multiverse. And now with Spider-Man freshman year not being directly canon into the MCU and to take place in like a different universe, or like in the multiverse, and not being taking place in the main MCU timeline or the 616, in which this is kind of confirms that because with the same events that we saw in Captain America Civil War, in which it's going to play out differently, especially with Norman Osborn is going to be replacing Tony Stark as Peter's mentor, and now especially with Peter's friends that we saw Harry Osborn and not like and that leads who was Peter's friend in the MCU, especially with the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, and now especially with like all of the villains that are going to be a part of this animated series, including for Doc Ock and for Rhino and Scorpion, and that they're going to be a part of the series as well. And plus, even for Spider-Man freshman year, the animated series, in which this is supposed to be about our MCU's Peter Parker, Tom Holland's Peter Parker, before he got bitten by that spider, especially it is from freshman year of high school. But I'm glad it's not going to be directly canon into the MCU, not taking place in Earth 616. That's like the main MCU timeline, and I think that they're just going to be having fun with that. And yeah, with all this, I'm very excited for the upcoming Aquaman 2, especially with the Ben Affleck and that as coming back as Batman. I think like he won't be staying in the DCEU for long. I think he will just be back for Aquaman 2 and possibly for the Flash movie. And I'm like really glad that now like Fantastic Four will be introduced into the MCU as like with a proper order story. And I'm very excited for Spider-Man for freshman year, even though if it's not going to be canon into the MCU or to take place in Earth 616, that is the main MCU timeline, and I think that this is going to be pretty exciting stuff as well. So yeah, I can't wait for all of it. So that's me for this video. Let your thoughts in the comments below, and what are your thoughts on all this? What are your thoughts on Ben Affleck's Batman being confirmed for Aquaman 2, the Fantastic Four updated that we got about not having a proper origin story, and also about the Spider-Man freshman year having an update about like not being canon into the MCU. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to notifications about my future videos, and you can follow my Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.